Hello everyone, today is 27th April 2021. I thought let me show you whatever is blooming in the garden because as I mentioned earlier they don't stay many more days, so whenever they are peak we have to just save them their beauty. So I came to this bicolor tulip, see, and here is the third one that was eaten and broken by the squirrel, I believe. I don't know the variety. I just thought it looked beautiful in the picture, in the packet of the bulb. So then I thought let me show you the weeping cherry bloom, how they are now. I believe they are prettier earlier. Now they are drying, falling. Still they are beautiful. And see this, the second one. Yesterday it was heavy wind, so it blew them away also, many petals. And then see the creeping phlox in the pot. So the good part is I never fertilized, I never did anything else other than just I did nothing. So I never watered, even fertilized water. They just bloom each year. The Japanese cutleaf maple, the leaves are completely opened. I said I will do it. I will clean and cut the dried branches of the mint, but I could not do it. So still I just wanted to show you. See the peony. See that hosta. And then I came here near the Newton climbing rose. That is the Newton climbing rose. So next to that I trimmed this rose, so see the growth. So next to that is see this creeping phlox. Next to this hibiscus, sorry, hollyhock. That is the one Asiatic lily, and the yellow iris bud. I see two so far, yeah. And this is the hosta, I forgot the name. This is another creeping phlox. Then see this beauty. I moved not to put my shadow because it is sunny, so I can on the back side of this bloom. I don't remember how many days it will stay, but now it is in peak. Then this is the Sun and Substance hosta. Sun and Substance. This is, I believe, Don Juan or something, one climbing rose. After trimming, see the new branches are coming so beautifully. And this is the first creeping phlox in front of the house. This is the Delium, Sun and Substance hosta. This is one Japanese maple I showed you one day when it was in the packet. I bought it from Christmas tree shop and I planted it here. So that is north side, so this is the south side of the east garden, and it is in front of this big tree. So I don't remember if I have shown you or not, so I just wanted to show you how tiny it is. You just see, I think it is only 1 foot maybe height, but if it survives, so it may grow 15 feet I believe. For the color only, I am for the color, the maroon color, to add in the garden, I have planted. One day I showed you my Chinese snowball viburnum on the other side, but this side I have this another variety, double file, opening day double file viburnum. Opening day double file viburnum. So after trimming, the branches looks great. So I thought, let me show you the status. So it will be last year I planted, so this will be its first season. And this is the honey crisp apple I planted last year. So last year also few bloomed I saw, but no apples. Maybe there were few apples, but eaten by some animal. We could not taste it. So I see parallelly both leaf and bloom together. So maybe when it will mature, then only it will bloom fast and then the leaf will come. Now it is the initial stage, so first 2-3 years, according to my knowledge, we should not expect lot of fruits. Then I came here to my central circle, the innermost circle here. So here is the bicolor tulip, the anemone blanda, white color. This is the second one, only one bloom. This is pink potion Veronica. Oh no, sorry, this is not pink potion. This is purple, exact name I forgot, but it is purple Veronica. The blooms are purple. And then again that anemone purple blanda. This is the second one. This is one boxwood. I'm not a fan of boxwood, but many gardeners, they just love it as a border. So I don't want as a border. I just wanted one so that if I want to give some particular shape, then thinking that with time when it will grow, I will give it to a shape of the way I like, thinking that I planted one, at least either like pendulum or conical shape, whatever, if I want, thinking that I planted this. And this is, I think, the third year for this. So it was very tiny, it is growing very well. Then I purchased that. And this is, I think it has the tag, but I don't remember the name. So this is a evergreen. Actually I had two in my entrance door, one on each left side and right side of the entrance of the house, but at that time I did not know, and I did not know how to take care and how much water they need. These kind of plant, they need a lot of water. So I think I was not watering enough, and partially they were many of the branches, kind of 40% of the branches turned brown, and I think that was like the symbol that it needed water, but at that time I did not know. I am talking about 7 years ago. I did not know that they need water, and that's why they are drying. I thought somehow because the soil or the spot where it was planted was rocky, so maybe the plant doesn't like it, but I think they were not the kind of plant that they cannot survive in that spot. I it needed extra water which I did not provide. That's why they were looking not very good, and I thought of removing that. And also it was blocking the entrance view, and I did not want plant to block the view or entrance. I wanted smaller height plants who will look beautiful, and it doesn't bloom, it is only green, so I did not want in the entrance. But I like the plant after knowing the information and how to take care. I like the plant and it is evergreen, so thinking that I got one variety. This is Brakeman's Golden Arbori Vitae or Arbori Vita. There are 2-3 pronunciations, so nobody should that if I am pronouncing wrong. So Viti or Vita, both TAE is pronounced, and if I am wrong, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so this is a evergreen plant, and that boxwood is a evergreen plant. So in winter, when everywhere it is like snow or no green, these two plants are green. That's what I saw in the winter. So with time when they will grow, these two will have the green color in winter too. So now coming back to my creeping phlox and tulip, I thought let me show you some of their bloom, because they have started blooming. This is the I think, what is that, double delight rose, I think, double delight. And see, this is one creeping phlox, started blooming. So slowly I will show you the full bloom. And this is the other day also I showed you. Now see, it is opened. You can say black, it's dark maroon, I can say. Sorry. So that bloomed, this did not, it did not. See that if we do not remove the dandelion in time, see how massive they become. You can see the other one, that also is blooming. See the white opened. Then see the yellow. This is the sound of the garbage truck. Huge sound. So here the white one. Then this is another white one. Another white one. I cleaned the grass around that lily. And this is also bloomed a little bit. And this is, I forgot the name, some skyrocket something. Then you see this is also started blooming. So like that slowly they will bloom all. I waited for the garbage truck to pass because of the huge sound. So see this beauty, purple, pink, maroon beauty, the purple leaf plum plant. It's just 3-4 days, so that's why I'm just trying to show you. The whole year you will wait and it does not produce fruit. So the bloom stage, I can say 1 week or altogether 2 weeks. Then this is my Royal Star Magnolia. This one I planted 2 days ago. So I was in hurry, the weather was bad, but I just wanted, I received this on 30th December 2020. 31st, just next day, I planted in a pot. And since then, January, February, March, almost April end, 4 months it was in the pot. And 2 weeks ago, I kept it outside, so in the cold, because 2-3 nights it was in 30s, so the leaves were damaged, but they will resume, I believe. And I thought, let me put it on the ground so that the roots will grow enough to survive next year, because still it is not a very big plant. So if the roots are not very strong or settled on the ground, there is a chance that it may die. And so thinking that I should give the plant enough time to grow the roots to be safe in the winter. So the first 1 or 2 years, that's how we have to think about the small plant, otherwise they will die. So here I planted thinking that I have one, if you can see there, one some I think pink blooming magnolia. The other day I showed you the blooms are still there. So I have one magnolia there, I have on the other end beginning on the near my big tree there also. So I thought, when in the spring they will bloom, I wanted this. And this Royal Star Magnolia Stellata, I believe its name. So it is white blooming. I wanted the same distance from both the Anna Magnolia, so that in spring when they will bloom, the white bloom will be in the center. I mean, after 15 years, or roughly, at least let's assume in the after 5-7 years, if they start blooming. So I wanted in the center, thinking that I planted it. So this is another, I forgot the exact name, the very big Haddi hosta, I mean very big bloom. Their blooms are very big and light pink color. I planted one here in the pot. When I was planting on the ground, there were, I saw 2 plants. So one I planted here and one on my near the fence on the back side of the house. There I have planted. So last year it bloomed, this year also I think it is survived. And I have learned that they sow their leaves a little late. No, I mean late spring, you can say. That's why it looks dead, but it is not dead. I think it is not dead. They take longer time to sow their leaves. So it looks they are close, but I did not decide anywhere else, and I planted the Royal Star Magnolia here. And close to that Royal Star Magnolia here, I have planted last year the oak leaf hydrangea, which the other day I told you, those 2 branches, they were broken. And there are few more branches, but the lawnmower last spring, while mowing the lawn, they cut a few branches, and only 3 left. 2 are damaged in the snow, when there was 24 inches of snow. On that day I saw exactly in the center, because they were joined in the bottom, so exactly in the center it was broken. So like that it happened. But I'm very happy now. See, there are so many new growths. I paid a lot of money for this, but that is not important. If it survives, it is worth. These plants are not easily available. In the nursery, they always get only maybe 4-5, and they are quickly sold. So if you are not lucky, you will not get it. So that's why I wanted it to be survive, and I took very good care. I covered it with lot of mulch in the winter, so to make sure that it will not die. So now when I see lot of new branches coming out, I am very happy. This is my limelight hydrangea that I planted I think in November, end of November I guess. So I tried to cover with mulch so that the weeds can be controlled. So it is not done perfectly. I just wanted to cover the weeds. So if they are not visible to sunlight, they may die. So I had given some extra cardboards I had and paper, so completely they will be blocked by the sunlight. So I have tried this few times and it works, just it does not look perfect as if you have hired some people. So but that's fine. When that will grow a lot of branches, the branches will be bigger, they will cover that whatever is visible, those papers, they will cover that. And when right now I didn't have enough mulch, but if I will get, I can also pour some more, and it will look better. And then see the daffodils, the blooms are so pretty, but they are covered by, I mean, they are all fallen on the ground. So still I thought whatever I can share with you, let me show you. Let me lift these, I don't know how, but anyway, see, I think they are getting shade. Let me show you this plant. I don't know if I'm able to show you. Let me hold like this, okay. See? Close to that is a dianthus. That one, that is a dianthus. They are hardy, so they have come out. And this is it did not bloom last year. I told you one day the story. In three corners in around this daffodil garden, I had planted these phlox. They from roots. I had bought the roots. So there were 4 roots. 3 I planted here, one somewhere else, that also survived. But out of the 3, only this one survived. Other 2 I had seen the leaves coming out, but after 2-3 weeks somehow they died, and only this survived. I'm happy to see coming these leaves again. Last year it did not bloom, so I don't know the remember. In the packet there were 3 colors, one orange, one white, and one blue. So one root, which the 4th one, it bloomed not orange but orangish magenta, I can say. And so I believe this will be blue or white, I think, or maybe the same color, I don't know, so I have to wait for that. Then I thought, let me show you this, if I can. I don't know, I broke one branch, I believe. See, that one, this one. So if I lose them, it is like that. Otherwise I'm trying to hold on. Let's see. And that too. In one hand I cannot do anything else. And see, this is the I think purple, no, not purple, I think it was magenta color bee balm. So it came out very nicely. And close to that bee balm, this is the Limelight Invincible Limetta. So after trimming, all the branches looks good. Here to the rectangle hosta garden, see the Patriot hosta. They were little bit damaged, I think 2 days ago. All the margin of the leaves looked damaged because of the previous night 30-degree temperature, 30-degree Fahrenheit. So next morning when I checked the plants, most of them looked partially 30% damaged, but now they look fine, so they resumed back. And here, see, I don't remember the variety, but see the status of different hosta. So last I wanted to show you again the tulips. See, so kind of now they are drying, so you can see the margin looks damaged, but still that's how the life cycle of every plant is. And here the beauty, they are in full beauty. See these two. So I can show you all together like this. Some people plant like 50, 60 or 20, 30 together in one place, but when I was new, somehow now I don't remember if I had more bulbs, why I planted only these three. Like I think I planted these three here and few in different place. There were maybe 6 or 8, and like that when I found these multi-layered also, I planted 2 here, and this is also multi-layered. You can see the white one. So one here, but they were, you can see the grass. So 5 years ago I had someone to clean this area. They cleaned all these grasses, but after that again they grew and they filled with these grasses. So whatever the variety, they are very strong, and their seeds are they self seed, and they grow rapidly. So otherwise completely it was clean, and when it was clean, it looked as if they have poured sand here. So it is lot of sands. When there was no grass at all, it was filled with sand, but they didn't pour. That means under this area is so rocky that the top layer was looking lot of sands. But like I did not know at that time when I planted these, so but I'm happy that I planted, and this multi-layered, see, they look so beautiful. See there. See from this angle. Just as a total I'm trying to show all. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching.